Hey everybody, welcome back to Barbecue by Biggs. I'm Aaron, and today we're doing a head-to-head with ribs. That's right, we got a 3-pack of ribs from Costco, and we're doing 3 types of seasonings. We're gonna go head-to-head and see how these things turn out. Come along with us, stay tuned. All right, we got the 3-pack from Costco out of the package. Now we're just gonna go ahead and get it dried. Just take a paper towel and take some of that wetness off of it. Also, Costco usually does a pretty good job of taking the membrane off the back. We'll flip those over and make sure that was done. Get some of that stuff off here. Membrane's gone on that one. Membrane's gone on that one. This one's got just a tad bit left. We'll get that pulled off. So they left a little bit on here. We're gonna take this knife and just pull it up a little bit. Take a wetting paper towel. Grab it and hold the end of it, just like that, and go ahead and pull that little piece off. Like we said before, we got 3 racks of ribs. We're going with 3 different flavor profiles, trying to see what they look like when they're done. No wrap, no binder. See what they look like when they're done and what that taste profile is and what we like the best. So we've got 3 different sets of racks of ribs trimmed up, ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and do the back side first, and then we'll do the front side. All right, so on the first one, we're using at first PS Seasonings, Barbecue General. It's their SPG rub. We'll go ahead and get a little bit of that on there. Get that SPG rub on there. And then on top of that SPG rub, we're going with the homemade apple pie cinnamon spice seasoning from PS Seasoning. Give it that sweet taste to it. So that'll give us a different flavor profile there. And you can sure smell that apple cinnamon spice on there. So we'll just coat that pretty good. And since we're not using a binder, we're just gonna let this sit here just for a few minutes and sweat. So move that one over to the side. Second one we're going with, I'm gonna put Sucklebusters SPG on there. Hopefully I don't sneeze, because the stuff's so strong, just about every time you use it, you start sneezing. So we'll put that on there. Then we're gonna come back with some Sucklebusters lemon pepper garlic. We'll get that on there. All right. We'll move it to the side a little bit. Go with this third one here. On this one, we're going with just Uncle Steve's Shake, Competition Pig Shake. And again, any of these rubs that I use, you can click on the link in the description below and pick those up. And this one, since we're just using one, we'll put it on thicker. All right, we'll let them sit here for a minute and sweat, and then we'll flip them over and get the front side done. All right, on the top side, Barbecue General SPG, just a little coat of that. Then we're gonna come over the top of that with apple pie. Set that to the side and let it start sweating. Then again with the Sucklebusters SPG, then that lemon pepper garlic Sucklebusters as well. And then that last one, that Uncle Steve's Shake, Competition Pig Shake. And again, like we said before, we're gonna go on heavy with this because we don't have 2 different flavor profiles on this, just one. All right, we'll let them sit here for about 10 minutes, get a good sweat going on, go out and get that pit up to about 250 to 275 degrees. We'll bring you guys back when we go outside. All right, we got the pit rolling about 200, looks like it's right around 250 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and get these things on. As you can tell, they are sweated in. Let me bring you in, let you see what that looks like. As you can see, all that seasoning got sweated in, and they are ready to go on. So we got this Big Phil's running, like I said, right at 250 degrees. Go ahead and get these things on here. We're cooking on the smokestack side. Seems a little bit more consistent. So the apple pie ones, we got 2 toothpicks in, the lemon pepper 1, and the Uncle Steve shake, competition pig shake, no toothpicks. All right, we're gonna roll them at 250 degrees. We won't look in on them about an hour or so, so we'll bring you guys back when we do that. So we'll put them to bed. See you in about an hour.
We're an hour and a half in, but look at these ribs.
All right, we've been rolling between 250 and 275 for about an hour and a half. Looks like that rub is setting up really good. You can tell because it doesn't stick to your finger. So we're gonna go ahead and normally we would spritz it, but our last spritzer got melted in the dishwasher. So we're just gonna use a squirter here and rub it in. So we'll put some on. Half apple cider vinegar, half water. We'll just make sure we get it all on there. Wetting them up, looking good. All right, we'll put them back down. We'll check on them here in about 45 minutes or so, see if they need a little bit more moisture. If they do not, we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so that's the Uncle Steve shake. Then we got the lemon pepper ones there in the middle, and then those apple ones in the back there, if you can see them. Sun's kind of messing with my cameras here, so they're looking good. All right, we'll put these back to bed and we'll see y'all back in about an hour or so.
It's been 3.5 hours, and let's check on the ribs.
All right, we've been rolling along for about 3.5 hours. See how these things look. Coming along nicely, the color looks good, they're drying up a little bit. Let's look at those things. Let me bring you in. Color's looking good, you can see that seasoning. That's the Uncle Steve shake. That's the lemon pepper. And that back one is that apple. All right, we'll moisten them up a little bit and we'll bring you guys back in about an hour. See you there. All right, it's been about 5.5 hours since we got these ribs on. They're almost done. We're gonna go ahead and get them sauced and get them finished up. We decided not to wrap. We just wanted to send them traditionally and see how these things turned out. So we're gonna go ahead and get them sauced, let them stay in the heat for about 15, 20 minutes and get sticky, and then they'll be done. So let's get to it. All right, like we said before, we're running between 250, 275. Let's see what these things are looking like. All right, let me bring you in, let you see them. Remember this front one? That front one was the Uncle Steve's competition pig shake. Then we got that second one. That's that lemon pepper from Sucklebusters. Man, color's looking great. And that back one, a little bit different looking, but it's that apple pie. So we're gonna sauce these up with the same sauce. That way the sauce doesn't change the flavor profile. We just thin down a little bit of sauce here, and we're gonna go ahead and get this put on. Once we get these sauce, we'll leave them on for another 15, 20 minutes or so until they get good and sticky, and then we'll get them pulled off. All right, we've got them all sauced up. We'll see you guys inside for the taste test. 15, 20 minutes or so. All right, let's get these things tasted. So number one is Uncle Steve's shake. Good looking rib. Let's get it a taste. Perfect bite. I use this all the time, so that's a good rib. Number two is the Sucklebusters. That's a good looking rib there too. Let's give it a try. That's got a little bit more back end heat, but man, that is really good. All right, the one I'm most curious about. This is the PS Seasonings apple pie. That's a good looking rib too, look at that. Bottoms up. That, my friends, is delicious. You can taste that sweet heat. You can taste the cinnamon in it. It's different. It's a different rib, but man, it is delicious. These are 3 good ribs, and I tell you, you wouldn't go wrong with either 3, but that last one has something to it. I mean, it is, it's delicious. I didn't think I'd like it, but it's probably one of the best ones. So I left links in the description down below to all 3 of these. Give them a try. I'll see you guys on the next good.